Hello. Hello,
Hi.
Amy.
Hello.
Hello, Teresina. How are you doing?
I think we're good. It's been a busy week.
The weather is kind of cool outside. How's it inside? How's it going?
Keeping warm with things like this.
Right. This is fantastic. I need to get one of
Yeah,
those.
basically Estonia proof, very warm.
Cool. So we're doing Romeo and Juliet, and you guys done something else. Who's the character you are on stage?
Queen Mab. You want to explain?
Okay, so basically it's like not a traditional Romeo and Juliet ballet in that we have some extra characters, and the character we play is Queen Mab, and she's essentially like a otherworldly being, and she actually is mentioned in the Shakespeare story of Romeo and Juliet. Mercutio says a monologue at one point in the first act, and he talks about this fairy who interacts and messes around in people's dreams, and she's very mischievous, and she likes to, give them different feelings during their dreams. And so the inspiration in this version of the ballet is that this character has more of a prominent role in that she's influencing, manipulating
the story and kind of create the destiny for Romeo and Juliet.
Exactly.
It seems that she has an enormous role actually throughout the piece, and has a huge influence on basically all of the things.
Yeah.
And you get the feeling that she is basically initiating those things.
Yeah, that's the idea. Like we've also talked about that she's kind of more like a fate character, like she's shaping the destiny of all these characters. But actually she's not just one emotion. Like she can come across sometimes as being quite evil, or like basically you can see like a progression through the ballet that she goes through different emotions, and she's not just this fairy being, she's much more like of an earthy kind of character, I would say. Like she's
I
in,
feel like
in
we
another
kind
realm.
of embody each character at some point, between the romance and the manipulation of each of the...
Yeah, exactly. So at one point she can be like, she is the character of love, and she's infusing that onto Romeo and Juliet.
So she's doing good things also, right?
Yeah.
Though in the end,
So she's kind of playing with messing with people, like she's doing what she wants. So she's like, oh, I'm kind of bored, like I want to create a bit of mischief here, or it'll be nice if I'm feeling a bit loving right now, I want these people to be in love, and she's like, oh, I'm bored with this, I want a bit of drama, okay, like how can we change this and make it a bit more exciting, and then she'll be a bit cheeky, and
that seems like a real life situation, no?
yeah, I guess.
Basically, I mean, back and forth. Now you die, now you're reborn, and the other way around.
Except she's got more of a literal hand on it, so she's like moving people into situations where it's creating havoc.
I think it creates an interesting dynamic in this version of the show,
Yeah.
because it's not just done with the characters and their personalities and their emotions, but because we're actually manipulating everything, it creates like a more in-depth vision for the audience.
You mentioned manipulation, and then I want to emphasize that word. But how do you relate with that? How do you relate with those features she's owning on the stage, doing those things? How do you as people, as persons?
Or drawing like a
Do
real
you
life
like?
star.
Do you like her? Or do you not?
I personally like find
Back and forth?
it quite fun, because like you get to be a different character all the time basically. Like usually in a ballet you can be like really one role, whereas like in some sections I get to be really just like so airy and lovey-dovey, and then suddenly like really serious, and you've got this amazing music that's backing you up and you're really powerful, and so yeah, you just draw on different situations from your own life, I guess, to take those emotions and infuse them into the stage.
I feel like he's given us a lot of direction in regards to not just the choreography, but specific moments, but he's given us a lot of like artistic freedom as well. So between the two of us, we have a lot of similarities, but we also play the role entirely differently.
Right.
That's one thing that's really interesting. People
Yeah.
said that how differently we do the role.
That was my next question. Whether you have you discussed this? Like, what do you take from her, which is totally different, like,
Not
view-wise, especially.
particularly.
I think it's nice, like we've been watching each other's
Yeah.
rehearsals, because we are in different casts, we can see from the front. So it's really nice to be able to see like, oh, I really like how she does that, or maybe I need to try a bit more of this way, or so in that way I definitely think like
We
a bit of
definitely
back and
talk
forth
all the
on
time about the corrections and the feedback that we get from the choreographer.
It's like, I forgot to do this.
But, yeah.
Is
What did I forget? Huh?
is it like a normal thing to do between dancers to kind of, I understand if you help each other, and is that a normal thing to do, to help each other kind of build up, let's say, the character?
I guess it depends on the people and the role. Like some people like to be a lot more, what's the
On their
word? Like
own.
solo, more on their own and maybe not have influence from other people so much, or I don't know. But we always we're really together from the beginning, just trying to help each other. So that's how you get better. It's like trying to help each other grow.
Okay. So there's this choreography which is done before, right? It's set and so, and you know it by obviously by heart, not throughout your body. You know it perfectly. Are there some features, because I see what I see, but are there some things that this character does throughout the piece, like this sort of movements, or one sort of movements, or something like which is
Like physically, like we
Yeah,
have,
yeah, yes,
like
let's
we
say
have
physically.
motifs that we repeat. Definitely, that's very like they always call it mad step.
Yeah.
Things
what
that
is,
we
what is that? How is that? Match that?
Yeah, the octopus arms. We come up with different names for things as well.
Yeah,
I can't remember it.
I noticed that. Actually, I noticed that.
Yeah, it's a lot of wiggly kind of kitty cat style,
But it's so particular as
Yeah.
well. Like you think you're doing it, and then we've tried doing it so many ways, and it's like it's a constant battle. Like okay, we just need to get it perfect, like exactly what he wants.
And your character actually, she steps into so many realities in so many ways. Also, basically, she comes and conducts the
orchestra,
couple of times.
She's kind of crossing realms. So she's doing what she wants. So like people can't see her, but then suddenly she's interacting with the audience or the orchestra. And then in certain parts she can make herself sing to some characters. So yeah, she really just kind of does what she wants.
Okay.
It's also have that freedom. I guess.
You mentioned earlier music, and that's where I try to come. That's where I come in, and that's where I try to help you out, but also provide another layer for the whole thing. What about music? How do you hear it, and how do you?
It's
Like
definitely
connect it.
something we've grown up with, especially in ballet
This
school
piece.
and stuff. Romeo and Juliet music.
Oh,
It's
this
very
music's super
popular.
famous, everyone
We
knows
use
it.
it in training classes. We see the ballet from
Typical Grand Bat mom.
small children. Yeah, exactly. Grown up is always the ball scene from Romeo and Juliet. It's definitely really inspiring, and I think it's so powerful that it kind of guides us in the movements, if that can make sense.
Yeah,
Sometimes
definitely.
if you're just totally relaxed and somehow just fall into the zone, it kind of just carries you through the show, and that's quite inspiring, and it's such a relaxing feeling to know that there's something that's kind of guiding us through everything.
I think emotionally wise, like the death scenes at the end, for example, like I can't watch my colleagues when they're doing this death scene because like it really gets to me. So I'm trying to like look away and just like, okay, I need to remain fierce. Like you're about to go on stage, don't cry. Like it'll be really
one
hard.
character that's not allowed to
So,
cry.
exactly.
You
I'm
have
just
to
there
remain
having a
stoic.
breakdown. Like, no, but then you hear the music, I'm like, okay. And then I hear the music, I'm like, oh, this is not helping either. 'Cause it's really emotional. And like, I just don't think it on stage really.
Yes, it's actually I got the same thing in the ends of both acts. It was the same thing when I was in the hall listening, and when the tape was playing, I was listening in the darkness. So it was good. It was dark. So it made you emotional. But I knew if I were gonna be in the pits, I'm gonna be more doing technical stuff and not being carried away, because there is this possibility of going with it.
Yeah, you have to
easily.
try really hard not to do that. I'll just be an emotional mess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yes, that's something very. It's new to me and something very interesting, like this connection between the dance and the music, like especially between the dancer and the music. Like how do you feel? Do you need to somehow like take it along the road, or feel it, or kind of just fit yourself into it? Because there are many things that need to go, need to fit. Like stuff need to be at the right place at the right time, musically, and also dance
Yeah,
wise.
definitely. It was a bit of give and take from both sides. Obviously, like we practice things at a certain speed, and we are listening out for certain accents in the music. Especially this score is so layered in how it is.
Yes,
and we
it
really
is.
like if we're missing a certain note, that could be a cue for something. So, and that could be a really important accent cue. So we are really listening to make sure that we can hear all these certain sections. Otherwise, like we could then be out of time, or like, you know, a lot of things could go wrong. So there's definitely like the dance and music is so important as like this, like for sure.
Okay. And how are the cues? Are you getting those cues, or are you missing some or a lot? Give me
I
good
think
feedback.
for the most part, I think, especially
Most
today's
part.
run and yesterday evening, it's coming together. But with the first times with the
Sure.
orchestra, of course,
Sure.
for us it's a shock. I
But
think
also-
as
Something doing
well.
so fast and then
I
something
know.
slow.
But also to reassure you, for the orchestra also coming to this
A
piece,
brand new
thing and different setting, they're hearing different stuff. They are in a totally new situation.
Yeah.
So and you don't hear anything, some stuff that you are used to hearing, and then you don't. And since everything is connected, then it can be quite chaotic in the beginning.
I know for this piece as well, like when we started learning it and I was like really sitting down and trying to listen to the music, I realised how much it changes constantly. Like you have phrases of 8s and then something will go into a 6, or you'll just have a random 3 counts thrown in, then back into 8s, and like you really have to listen and make sure you know what you're doing, otherwise you can get completely lost really quickly. Or like sometimes we'll start a phrase of dancing on like after a 7, which has been thrown in there, like it's been a
For
really,
some reason.
but just for no reason.
Yeah.
So it's been
For the fun of it.
it's been an interesting score to listen to, like with a multi-layer and then the different phrasings of counts. Like I think, and the choreographers as well are really specific with what we need to be dancing on in relation with those things. So we've had like musicality's been a massive part of this whole process of what we've been doing. It's been like almost like number one most important thing is the musicality, I think, for this.
I agree, 100%. It's quite, it's been an interesting process, I feel like, especially the last couple days with the orchestra, because it's always going to be a brand new process every day, and starting from scratch and trying to understand, okay, this has to be faster, this has to be slower, but then it's also us trying to communicate with you or trying to hear how you're playing, and then all of a sudden maybe the music is getting a bit slower, but then we know it's going to switch immediately, and it's kind of that dynamic that kind of, I think, creates something special, because for us it keeps it like fresh.
Hopefully, yes.
And
for us.
anticipating silences is a hard
Yes,
one.
that's a big
You're
one.
like there in the silence, you know what's coming next, but sometimes it's a bit longer, so you're like almost moving, you're like nope.
And
On edge all the time.
we're gonna end really soon. One last idea was do you see me? I'm the conductor in the bit, far away from you. Do you see me? Do you try to read me? Do you take information from my movements and so on? So because there are some places like the stairway, walking place, or the kiss of death place, which comes out of nothing.
Yeah.
Or the other way around when you conduct the orchestra. Like,
Fun moments.
yeah,
We're like, okay, ready?
Done that
then we
before.
go and we can go together. That's fine. But when you're back there, do you see me? Do you watch me? Do you need that
certain
connection?
moments, I feel like it's possible to have a connection with
Mhm.
you, and in other moments, depending on the movements or where we're situated on the stage, it's not always possible.
Yeah, sure.
So it kind of has to come from feeling, knowing that you're watching us, knowing how the score should be played in order to kind of find that balance. But
If it's a really obvious important
Yeah.
moment, then like, and we're coordinating, then yes. But I think the rest of the time, like, we have so much else going on.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like
so do we.
we're
actually.
trusting you guys, like you got this.
Exactly.
Yes, so I think we're on the same page
Yeah.
in this question. But I would like to thank you for meeting me here, and I would like to say this idea that if we can make that connection stronger and find those places even more, that feels like a good way forward and good type of new level.
Definitely, we've still got a few days.
Yes, we
Gotta
got
perfect it.
few days.
Already here in my wig, ready to go.
It's a nice way.
It's not my normal hair. Just in case you didn't know.
Okay, thank you so much.
yeah,
Thank you.